Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea. It's nice to have you guys here. It's time for September favorites because it is officially October. I don't know how that happened so quickly because I'm not ready. I'm really not ready. We are now less than 30 days away from London. We're at 23 days as of when I'm filming this. So, okay, we're not going to think about that right now, or I'm not going to think about that right now. I'm going to focus on September and the things that I was loving in September. I have kind of a random, odd mix. So if I go to my bullet journal, oh, I forgot one in the other room. Okay, hold on, just, you all stay right there. Okay, I'm back, and I think I'm still in focus. I'm sorry about the lighting. I'm filming this much later than I normally film. It's 4:30, and I usually film these at about 3:30, so my lighting situation is changing rapidly. Okay, so diving right in, I've got, like I said, a very random mix, and a lot of it is lifestyle type stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do are the ones that I want to actually put on my feet right now, so I'm going to show them to you first. And those are my new slippers. These are by a brand called Kenzie. I got these on DSW's website. DSW is my favorite place to shop for shoes. You will have seen these if you watched my weekly vlogs, and I am absolutely in love with them. They're super comfortable. They're very soft on the inside, and they've got pandas on them. What more do I need to say? I try them. The backs are getting a little matted down because I tend to squash them down and slide into them and not wear them properly. I'm trying not to do that, but I kind of can't help it. So yeah, these are going to go on my feet right now because they're very comfortable, and I've been out walking and shopping all day, so my feet are very sore and want something snuggly. I have another shoe favorite. The same time that I ordered the slippers, I also ordered these loafers. Trying to show them to you. I am absolutely in love with these. These are Steven by Steve Madden, but I love them. They're black suede. They are already getting very worn in on the bottom. I've worn these quite a few times since getting them. I love them because they are very Gucci inspired. I would never pay, nor could I afford to pay right now, the cost that Gucci tends to be, but the kind of metal bit across the top is reminiscent of one style of Gucci shoe, and I can't remember the name, but they're like the mules, and I've seen a bunch of YouTubers have them, and they're super cute. But then the fringe and kind of tassel-y bit is very similar to the Gucci Marmont loafers, which I do love, and if I did have the money, I probably would pay for them. But since I don't have the money, I'm liking these fairly decent Gucci-inspired shoes by Steve Madden. So those are kind of the fashion favorites. I've got a couple beauty favorites, and then we'll get into the lifestyle stuff. So I've got one fragrance, one cosmetic, and one skincare. So we'll start with the skincare. This is something that I think is coming with me to London. This is by Tarte, and it's their Maracuja C-brightener eye treatment. I've got a little sample size, so really little dinky little pot in like a purple glass, really pretty. I've already used quite a bit, but I think there'd be enough left for the airplane, which is what I was thinking of. This is so moisturizing. I can't speak for the brightening. I guess it kind of made my eyes a little bit brighter, but I had a really rough patch earlier this month, which you will have seen if you watch the weekly vlogs. I was really struggling, and there were a bit of tears. I didn't show all of the tears, but there was tears happening, and my eyes and the skin around my eyes were just so raw and dry and tight and just really painful, and this really helped. I was just slathering this around my whole socket area, and it really helped. So I'm thinking for the airplane this would be really good. So I'll probably bring this little pot with me, and then I might consider getting a full size because I struggle to find really good thick hydrating. I've got a regular eye cream that I use on a daily basis that's fine, but as something a little bit more intense, this was amazing. Also for the eyes, but to make them look a little bit prettier, I've fallen back in love with the Rosie for Autograph Cream Eyeshadow Sticks. And I don't know what color this one is. It's like the brown one. They don't have shade names or numbers on them. But this is like a really pretty bronzy brown shade. And they just smudge out so beautifully that on the eyelid, if I'm trying to do like a 5-minute face, just get out the door, this kind of just smudged along, just kind of drawn along the lash line and then smudged outward with some mascara, and I'm good to go. And it actually looks like you spent way more time doing your eye makeup than you actually did. So I have 2 colors of this, the brown, like bronzy brown one, and then I have like a grayish purple one. So I'm definitely going to be going to Marks and Spencer and trying to get some more colors of these. Hopefully they've come out with some new shades since I picked this up back in January. And then a fragrance favorite that I've been falling back in love with now that the temperatures are finally slowly starting to drop is by Nest, and it's their Midnight Fleur, and I've got this in the roller ball. I used this a ton last winter and it's still only down to about here. So I absolutely love this. I have another fragrance favorite that I just got that will probably show up in next month's favorites video. But this is the one that I've been wearing consistently throughout all of September. As soon as we finally started dropping below triple digits, this came out of its summer hibernation really fast. Okay, now getting to some lifestyle favorites. I'm gonna go with this one next so that I can kind of snuggle with it now. I got a new throw blanket. I got 3 specifically. I've got 2 in this color and then 1 that's like a dark amethyst eggplant purple. It's gorgeous. So I've got 1 of the plaids and the purple on my bed, and then I've got another 1 of these for out here in the living room. I get these at Costco, so if you have a Costco near you, I highly recommend going and seeing if they have them. They're like a faux Sherpa blanket on the one side, and then this really snuggly kind of faux fur, short fur on the other side, and they are just heaven in a blanket. They really are. I could just snuggle these all day long, and I have done that a couple times this month, not gonna lie. In the week that we will not speak of, when I finally decided to just give up on the week, I literally did I made some tea, I got a hot water bottle, and I went and cuddled in this blanket on my bed and watched Netflix for the rest of the weekend, and it was amazing. It's a hug in a blanket, and it's amazing, and I love it, and I won't sit here for the rest of the video snuggled like this. I'm gonna put this in my lap and try to be a somewhat normal person. I absolutely love these blankets, I really do. A couple other lifestyles, I've got some candles that are also making my home feel a lot more cozy. So I'm not sure if Bath & Body Works has started selling these yet, but I still had 2 left over from last fall that I hadn't burned. So I was able to get a jump start. I haven't started this one, but I do have another one in my bedroom that's about halfway down. And so this is Bath & Body Works Leaves, which I think we all agree is like the best fall candle ever. And it's just like you're walking through an apple orchard, or you've got, actually what it really is, it's just like you're just cozied up at home and there's spiced cider simmering on the stove and Christmas is coming, and if I close all my blinds and if I'm in my bedroom snuggled up in a blanket and I've got this burning, I can kind of pretend that it's actually fall outside. So I've been loving these, and I'm so glad that I kind of overbought these last fall, and so I've got some left over. Leaves is my favorite for this time of year when it feels like fall but it's not yet Christmas, if you know what I'm saying. So another candle, this one is a little bit more expensive but definitely worth it. This is by Nest Fragrance, and this is their Moroccan Amber. It just smells so good. If you're looking for a relaxing, soothing alternative to lavender, I love lavender, but sometimes it can be a little bit much. So as a nice alternative in the evening, I think the Moroccan Amber is gorgeous. It's just a nice, it is a heavier scent, so I'm not sure I would burn this in the middle of summer. It's a heavier scent without being wintry, if that makes sense. So I'm just loving this. I burn this for about 30 minutes to an hour in the evening. It's definitely burning down. When I bought it, it was up to here, and now it's down to here. These make gorgeous pencil cup holders. This is an old Nest jar that I have, so definitely love repurposing these for pencils, pens, makeup brushes, that sort of thing. But yeah, so they are more pricey, but the jars are gorgeous. You can definitely reuse them afterwards, and the candle burns really well. It started off burning not quite so evenly, but now that it's really gotten going, it's definitely burning down at an even rate, and so it's not tunneling into itself, which I hate when that happens. So yeah, and I think this will still last me a while longer, because like I said, I only burn it, this is part of my nighttime routine, so I burn it for, like I said, 30 minutes to an hour after I've turned off my screens, you know, I've stopped watching the computer, I'm reading a book, that sort of thing. I've got this going, and it kind of helps my brain know that it's time to go to bed. And then two more lifestyle favorites. One is my new bullet journal, which is partly this cover. I love having this journal cover, so it's got all these pockets. It's got a couple ribbon things like this, so ribbon page markers. I've also started a new journal, so I'm in this really nice brown journal from Ted Baker that I've had for years and haven't known quite what to do with, but I thought it matched this cover really well. And I love having all the pockets for stickers and stuff like that, and my business cards, which I've ordered more business cards for the conference. And it also goes really well with my Swarovski pen. So I'm loving the new bullet journal and the cover. I think it's all been a lot of fun. And then the last one, the last favorite, I think I've covered everything. And like I said, not a whole lot, but this video is still 16 minutes long, so we'll see. One TV documentary thing. There were quite a few, but a lot of them didn't make it onto the list in my bullet journal, but the one that did was one that I binge watched all of yesterday. And it's on Netflix, and it's called The Royal House of Windsor, and it's a docu-series, so it's 5 or 6 parts. Each one is an hour long, and it basically traces the history of the Windsor family, the current royal family. So I think it starts with King George V. It starts roughly around World War I era, slightly before that. I don't know, I just found the whole series really interesting. I watch a lot of, I'm still snuggling with this blanket. I watch a lot of British royal family, royal history. I've just always been fascinated by the history of all of the various royal families going way back. So I'm always on the lookout for these sorts of things. So whenever I see a new kind of series pop up on Netflix, I'm all over it. And some of them, especially lately with the anniversary of Diana's death that recently passed, the 20th anniversary, some of them are definitely a bit more of a tabloid type of a thing. They're a little bit more scandalous. They focus on the scandals. They focus on the gossip. The people that they get involved as the experts or the inside sources are questionable, to say the least. But this one had some legitimate historians and people who genuinely know what they're talking about. They went into a lot of personal archives, so they were given permission to go into the royal archives at Windsor, and so there's a lot of official letters and journals and personal diaries from past political and royal figures who were actually involved in the different situations they're describing. So it's very well researched and very well produced and very interesting. Yeah, I just found the whole thing really well done. So if you're a fan of the royal family, if you're interested in British history and the history of the British royal family and the more recent history, sort of the 20th century history of the British royal family, I think you'd really enjoy the series. So those are my monthly favorites for September. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely say hi in the comments. Let me know what some of your favorite things in September were. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. We are so close to 700 and I still can't believe that. Yeah, so please subscribe. If you think that my videos are something you would enjoy and would like to see in your sub box on a weekly basis, definitely hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here. And I will see you all soon in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.